Hi, welcome back. In our previous video, we created the Jira account, and now we need to continue to configure the board. If you're new to Jira, you can first go through this visual tutorial. I think that might be helpful in this case. So um, first, let's look at this one. So Jira already gives this default workflow. That is, you create your work and for the sprint, which is ongoing, so you have to do, in progress, and done. But in our case, we want to have change this to say sprint backlog, in progress, maybe in testing, and then done. So for that to happen, I can easily click on this, and from here we can simply put this to maybe backlog. So that is a sprint backlog. And then I want to also add another column that will be in testing, or maybe testing as that, and then add. You can actually drag and drop anyhow you want. So that means that once we plan our sprint, developers will take the items from here, move them to in progress. Once they are done, it is moved to testing, or maybe we can even say ready for testing. So with this, maybe if we have a different person who will test, they can test it. And then maybe we could even have UAT, so user acceptance testing. So UAT also here. Good. And then it will just be set to done once it passes this one. So that's the workflow for now. And let's see, is there something else we want to do? Issue types. So if you want to kind of define the colors for each of them, you can do that. But I think we will just leave it as it is. The other thing that I wanted to show you, so now we have the board like that one. The other thing I wanted to show is this. So from here we have roadmap, backlog, and then issues, and it continues like that. For now, let's take the roadmap. So here you can pick, put or add epics. That is the big part of your project. So let's say that in this case, the project we are doing, it could be that you have multiple projects ongoing here. So for this, I'm just saying global statistics service. Let me just service platform. So that's one project that I think I'll be working on. And then maybe because I'll be using, let's say, a prototyping to prototype this one, I'll put that one and I will need to learn that one. So there might be some stories that I'll have to write that just allow me to learn. So for that, I'll put here maybe actual RP, these two, for example. Now, the first thing that I need to do is to start to, for example, or it could also be, in this case, the epics could be part of this project, which could be like the front page, profile page, or something. A big part of it. So, but I would choose to do it this way in this case. And from here, I can then start to add. Of course, if you click here, you are able to also add sub stories and stuff like that. And then here too, you can also with this one decide how long this will take you to do. So let's say that the whole of this will begin in August 16, for example, and then I'm expecting to complete this project by October. Let's take this for example. And the same way, maybe this one I'm using to, let's say, just 2 months, or let's say a month or 2 weeks to do it. So I'll just pick it from 16th to ending. That should be fine. How is it? 18th. Yeah, this should be fine. So here it will be a learning phase, and then the project will continue from there. Now, how do I add stories to this? I can click on the here and start immediately. Here, I think in this case, I only need story and text. That's enough. Of course, Jira allows you to customize these types if you want to. You can use this one to create um, your stories, or you can just do it directly from here. So my first is to, let's say, create first story that I want to do is to create home page in actual RP. This is just an example, and then you just hit enter. It's the story is then created, but now I need to add more details. So I'll just click here, and in this case I can then start to think of the epics where, okay, so now it's already under this project. Do I want to link it to an epic or something? That those can be okay. There are also more fields here, but first from here, or the description side, I can start to say that I'll say as a user, I want to browse. I want to browse different artists. Is it artistic? Oh, that's not a word. I think it's this word, artistics. And select the most appealing, or I want to browse different artistic services. Let's put it that way, so that I can pick the best that suits my needs. This is so right from the home page, I want to be able to do, or if a user is going there to this global artistic service app, then they will be able to immediately select whether they want a barber or um, a photographer or something like that. I just make this one like that. And here it's then like you can just even put here user story, bold it, or even just put some emphasis on it, something like that. Okay, this is specification. So how do I want to do this one? This could be acceptance criteria. So here you specify basically how you want to browse or what are the options. So maybe what options would the user will be able to browse through. So maybe user should be able to select, or let's say browse and select from the following options. I'll leave the rest to the designer. So here, let's say photographer, Baba. Is it like that? Let's just put it to bullets. Maybe facial or artistic or anything. Let's leave it to this. The artistic service above should appear with images. So not just the name. So you are browsing with images, and then we can say see images attached. So I'm adding also the images that whoever is doing this one should use. Down here, I could then say, so basically, user should be able to, or maybe if somebody is testing this one, I'll say verify that user is able to either search or scroll through images to select the right service, for example, and save. And as you, let's see here, you can actually also record some. And then here I can then, if I have team members, whoever is going to work on, I can assign. And here I can even give a label like this is going to, maybe you might have different projects. So this is going to, let's say, I can just make it MDS, for example. And then the priority, high, medium, whatever. So I'll keep it as medium for now. Story point, maybe this is a day job to do this. So a day, that's one story point. I won't use the minutes, so or the tracking. Epic, okay, so I have two epics. It goes to this one, global artistic service, Actually, that's what I have to use here. So I can take this one here and then say global uh, so the main purpose of this is also to help you in future to filter stories that relate to that epic easily. And if you have component, for example, in this case, we don't have any sprint yet, so I'll just leave that one. And that's it. So all these you always see in your backlog, the list of items you've created. And now I can start to maybe create a sprint. So sprint one. And I'll just simply drag and drop this one here if I want to. And once you start the sprint, then this board will come. Now you see it's empty because we haven't started a sprint. So yep, for a short, this is how to basically create, configure your board. This is not that detailed, but for your one or two project, this should be enough, and then you can start to build on top of this one. I hope this is helpful. We will come back again with another video, probably explaining more how to, for example, automate things, and then also how to create templates for just to kickstart things easy for your team members. Thanks for watching.